Measures of variability. Taking all that we just did when it came to mean, median, and mode and range, we're using that to help us now to get more in depth. Because it's great that we know that part, and that's the stuff that you learned before, but now we're in advanced functions, so now we need to take that to that next level, the advanced functions level. So here, when it comes to taking those values, those numbers, we're taking that to the next thing, and we're going to talk about what's going on between these numbers, what's happening in this data set. Not just what the mean, median, mode is, but let's go more in depth. That's what measures of variability is. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the measure of variability. And that's just talking about the range of numbers that you're dealing with. So the definition is just the range. The range. So the range of numbers that we're dealing with, that's all we're talking about. Now, with that range of numbers, there's a thing called quartiles. And just like we said before when it came to vocabulary, there are always key terms here, or keywords that help us out. The keywords for this one is one of four groupings. So quartile is one of four groupings of a set of data determined by the median and the set of the set and the medians of the sets determined by the median. You might be like blah, 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 median, blah, 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 medians, median. Yeah, so that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but we have median in here a lot. So that's another key term, words for you so that whenever you deal with this, you know what you're talking about. You know what's going on. So here, we're talking about medians. So with that, if that doesn't make sense at all, it's perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and look at a picture of this. Because to me, I'm a visual learner, so the picture helps me out a little bit more. And at that point, if it doesn't make sense, it's okay. But before we do that, let's go ahead and talk about something else here. When we talk about our quartiles, we're talking about Q1, Q2, and Q3. Q1, Q2, Q3. So when we deal with this, we're going to have a Q1 on your picture. You're going to have a Q2 on your picture and a Q3 on your picture. And again, with this one, because we're dealing with a set of data, we're going to put it in a calculator, and it's going to spell out the Q1, Q2, Q3 to you. You don't have to actually find it yourself. It's going to do it itself. So here, let's go take a look at a box. Let's just draw a box here. Now, directly smack dab in the middle of this box, let's just say it's like right here. That's considered our Q2. Uh-oh. Let's take that line off there. That's considered our Q2. Okay, now, when it comes to this first set of data here, let's say we're looking at this side right here. That first set of data, if we take a look at those numbers right there in that green box, if you find the median of that set, that green set right there, that is Q1. That's Q1 right there. So the median of this set right here, and again, that's not in this right spot, but it's right there, about something like that. That's Q1. Now, if we take a look at this other side, let's make this purple. This is purple. It can be purple. If we find the median of this set of data on this side, that's considered our Q3. It's not perfectly smack dab in the middle. So the median for the whole thing, so this is the median for the whole set of data. Median. Oh. So that's the median of the whole set of data is right there at Q2. Q1 is the median of the first set of information in green. Q3 is the median of the second set in purple. So again, that's there. And again, the computer's going to give that, the calculator's going to give that to you. So you don't have to worry about actually figuring out what those numbers are and all that good stuff. It's going to be given to you because you're going to put the numbers in correctly and you're going to find the correct stuff. All right, so this is just a quick information of what we just wrote up there. So Q2 again is the median of all of the data. All. Median of all the data. Q1 is the median of the first group. So first group, Q1 first. So 1 first. And then Q3 is the median of the second group, Q3. So with that, that's all the parts that's going to be on this box. Because hopefully your antennas are going up a little bit and kind of going back to something that you've learned before in, I think, middle school, box and whisker plots. That's where I'm heading to. We're going there. So at this point, that's what's happening. I think there's something else done. Yep, there's some other things down here. Now, here's another vocabulary word. Interquartile range. So the difference between the first quartile and the third quartile is the interquartile range. And here, let's see, some keywords, I guess, for this one would be difference and the first and third quartile. So first and third quartile. Those are our keywords for this. And that's the interquartile range. And we call that IQR. That one the calculator doesn't do for you, but the calculator gives you Q1, and it gives you Q3, and all you do is just subtract the two. So Q3 minus Q1, and you get your actual answer. And so, again, that's how you find the interquartile range. That's it. Simple, easy, not hard. It's gonna be a good section for everybody to hopefully get a good grade and just understand how to do it, because this is not a hard section. All right, now the semi-interquartile range is just taking what you just found, the Q3 minus Q1, and dividing by 2. So we just take, and really the keywords is interquartile range divided by 2. Pretty much almost the whole definition is pretty simple. So interquartile range is in there, so it can't be interquartile range for the answer. But when you divide by 2, that's the semi. So that's your interquartile range. So sometimes I use QR, but a lot of times I use SQR. So whenever it comes to the working stuff, I might say SQR instead of QR or something of that sort. So just be prepared for either one of those. And that's all the information you need, because now we're going to go into doing this work. We're going to do it on the calculator.